What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to talk about the 25TD01 limited service campaign that Toyota has out for its hybrid vehicles. Mostly the RAV4 hybrid all-wheel drive, the RAV4 Prime, Highlander hybrid all-wheel drive, Venza hybrid, and the Toyota Crown. And it has to do with this bad boy right here, the rear traction motor cable. Just in case you received the notice in the mail, you know exactly what's involved. First thing Toyota wants us to do is disconnect the 12-volt battery. Now, after I remove the negative terminal from the 12-volt battery, now I want to disconnect or at least power down the hybrid, the high voltage battery. And to do so, I'm going to need to remove this little cover right here that's located in the rear seats towards the passenger side. And when I remove that cover, it will give me access to the service grip plug. That's what you guys are looking at right here. And it's going to be a crucial step in the repair procedure because you don't want any high voltage being, still found in the circuit. So in the repair manual, it wants you first disconnect the 12-volt battery, let it power down for a little bit, and then you want to disconnect the service grip plug to power down the high voltage system. And here you can see this cover contains the air filter for your hybrid battery. So if you ever want to change your hybrid battery filter, it's the same procedure. Once the vehicle is powered down, we're going to make our way towards the rear of the vehicle. And here we have our bad boy right here, the rear traction motor cable. So Toyota is pretty much saying over time, well, first let me get this cover off. There you go, much better. So over time, water and maybe snow, whatever debris, whatever the environment your particular vehicle is, prone to experiencing, that can get moisture in there. And if moisture gets past that seal, over time, this cable right here can develop corrosion, and if that happens, you can have a DTC set, and that will prevent the vehicle from starting or readying on. So if the insulation around that cable that's containing the high voltage cable deteriorates, of course, you'll have the check engine light and a few other concerns. So Toyota wants us to first inspect to see if you have the updated cable, and if you don't, then we have a procedure in place to help insulate and keep moisture out. In rare cases, if you do have the DTC set, then we have another procedure to follow where in that scenario, we will replace the high voltage cable altogether. So now let's proceed with the repair procedure. We're pretty much just going to be removing these protective covers that's surrounding the cable. And you can see these shielded wires right here. We are to inspect those as well to make sure they're not like all ripped apart and they're still intact. So what we're gonna do is check this surface right here to make sure no excessive corrosion has developed. And if there are some corrosion there, to use a fine grit sandpaper to kind of smooth out the surface to get ready for this tape material that they're gonna have us apply there. And you guys will see that later on in the video. So the shielded wire looks good. And this is the insulator tape, or protective cover, I should say, that Toyota wants us to put over this shielded cable in a specific location too. So that's why it's crucial to get the surface corrosion off. Now, as you can see, the nice little seal cover that Toyota sends us, I'm starting to wrap it around the rear traction cable. And again, Toyota wants us to do it in a specific way. We can't just wrap it any way we want. And they make it really nice for us in the instruction on how to do it. So now I have it nice and wrapped. Now I'm gonna get ready to apply fippage. It will make a little bit more sense in the video. So the whole purpose of this job, again, is to keep moisture out if there's no damage to the cable already. Now you see I applied masking tape right above that on that surface. And then this little exposed area right here, I'm gonna apply fippage to help seal it even more. It's gonna look messy at first, but at the end, Toyota wants you to clean it and make it look professional. Now, Toyota could have went the route of replacing all of these cables, but honestly, I don't think it's really a good idea because if the cable's not damaged, one, it would be costly to do, and two, you don't really want that in your brand new vehicle, especially when you could just do a little bit of preventative maintenance to keep moisture out, so therefore your cable would never corrode. Now, as you can see, this is where I applied the fippage, and again, you want to smooth it down, make it look nice and neat, and you can see the area where I applied the masking tape. That's kind of left that nice little straight line of fippage right below. And I'm just gonna put some more fippage just to kind of cover up all of the surface area, again, to make it leak free or moisture free. That's the whole purpose of this job. Again, no need to replace the whole cable if you don't have to. And also in the parts ordering kit, you also get these 2 brand new outer protective covers. So after I apply the fittings, I'm gonna be applying these protective covers over that. Because remember the other one we had to discard, and they also provide 2 brand new zip ties in the parts ordering kit as well. So this is the 2 outer protective covers sandwiched together over that little protective seal on the inside in the fittings that we applied. And of course, it's hard to do this job and not get fittings everywhere. So at the end, Toyota does want you to clean it up and make it look professional. So remember, the whole purpose of this job is just to keep moisture out. Again, no need to replace the whole cable unless the cable is already corroded and you already have that DTC saying, hey, you have a voltage leak. And of course, if you have that, the computer would not let the car ready on. So here you can see how it's creating a nice little sealed surface. That's the excess fittings you see seeping out. And you can see the protective cover is already cleaned out as well. So again, you want to make it look neat. You don't want to leave your fingerprints everywhere. Technically, I could have just installed this. You know, the customer would never look down under there and maybe have gotten away with it, but you would have seen this whole orange protective cover with fittings everywhere, and it's going to harden. Again, it's going to look like a nasty job. And then we're just going to overlook the work and just make sure, you know, everything is sealing nicely. No excessive residue of fittings is being exposed. So we're just gonna go with our little paper towel and just try to wipe off every little area that we spot excessive fittings. Again, just trying to do a clean job. So this limited service campaign is not really difficult and it pays pretty well. And before we wrap things up, we have one more area where we need to apply fittings, right on the inside of the connector itself. Because as we bolt it back up to the rear motor, it will help create an extra tight seal, and then that way no moisture or water or nothing can get in there to corrode the terminals or even the rear motor itself. Again, you want to put masking tape so you don't get fittings or on the connector pins itself. And you want to do a clean job. Like I said, don't think you can eyeball it. So we're going to put masking tape, and you see once it's bolted back up to the rear motor, more excess fittings is going to seep out because now you're applying pressure. They're being sandwiched together. Again, you want to go over it with a rag and clean it up. Again, make it look professional. Now, after I followed every step of this repair procedure, you can see that there's no way water or moisture is going to make its way in there and corrode that cable or the rear motor itself. So no need to replace the whole cable. This is just a little preventative maintenance, like I said. So that way you can prevent moisture from getting in and corroding your cable, and worse, corroding the rear motor itself. That's all there is to it, guys. I hope you guys found this video informative. And if you did, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. As always, thanks for watching.